What's good, my people? We are definitely back again for another vibrations here on the one and only Mystelics reaction channel, guys. With that said, guys, definitely don't forget to subscribe and turn on our post notifications so you can get all the videos as they tend to come from. With that said, guys, round of applause goes out to each and every one of you guys who've tuned into yet another Mystelics reaction channel, guys. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it right there, guys. We're gonna be talking about some situation that has been taking place in the prison, for which individuals, the prison officers, are pretty much protesting, brothers and sisters. We're gonna find out what that is in a moment, but before we get there, guys, I must make mention of this particular situation right there. Sorry for the swear words that inside there, guys, but apparently this individual put this up stating what was taking place in Antigua with her daughter. My child body is going through paralysis right now. If you know what that means, cannot move. She can't move. Well, yeah, her body, she can't move her body parts like that. I was just informed by the EMT that they get in a lot of those cases as a side effect from taking the what? The injection, brothers and sisters. It's not me that say. So I make wicked government, I don't know what argue means. Maybe the wicked government to enforce, that is Antiguan thing, guys, to enforce and this thing upon people. Wicked blanking Gaston. You see, I tell you, Gaston need help, man. He needs deliverance from his foolish ways. Because it seems like people just think, oh, when you take the thing, you'll be fine. There's a number of adverse events along. Guys, you have to understand there's adverse events, man. This is the lady testifying about what is taking place with her daughter. Me can't wait for Picnic get out a few, what? Get out few more months, huh? I guess child is in the hospital and I hopefully recovering from this kind of situation. But it seems like it's going to be taking a few more months in this regard. Certain things I don't bring to the media. My baby girl took the second shot and fainted out today and hit her head. She can't speak all now, no ambulance. That shit can't be real. I'm weak and numb. Crying emojis. Due to the fact, Mina day. Okay, guys, that is from this individual right there, based off the situation involving her daughter taking the injection, and you know, it's as a result. I think this one was first and then this was on second. Yes, so this is 6 hours ago and this is 3 hours ago, so I'm guessing this was when the daughter faint. I guess the daughter recover and the daughter cannot move after result. So there's a number of these cases going out there in this regard. I suspect I'll be putting out a few more on these things. Anyways, guys, let's get to the in the show. Hopefully the daughter get to recover. Sad situation right there when it comes down to this thing. Will this get reported to VAERS? That is a good question I must ask right there. But we'll see as time goes by. Anyways, let's continue. Back to the industrial thing that they're having in the prisons. So these are some of the security officers, I guess, in the prison officers. Seem like they're not working, they're just there in case. Let me make sure this thing has more volume. Okay, let's get a bit closer to see what's happening.
Good morning, we're live with M.
This is MO News, yes, definitely MO News right there.
News. We are currently at the Dominica State Prison. Right now there is an industrial action taking place by the prison officers. It's a go slow where all the officers are reported here today, but they are not working. So work has been delayed today. Previously, just shortly before we went on, the prison boss came here but was not allowed to pass through the gate. So currently they're
you keep the boss out. The boss of the prison wasn't allowed to come in. They check in. Not today, sir. You have to meet our demands. Guys, I don't know. That's one of the reasons why some people are not cut out for certain things. You see me, if I was a prison guard inside there, brothers and sisters, and only don't pay me and I have to keep man inside there for doing crime and all kind of thing there, they go in, man. They walking out. What? You don't pay me properly, you don't meet my demands, you feel like I have to come there and thing, putting my life at risk, especially for the whole situation that is happening there. You think I'm going to be there? I letting these prisoners go. Let them cause some havoc in the place for you to understand what is our role in this place, man. That's why it's not good to be caught out for this thing. Security and this thing. Somebody come and rob. Somebody asking, sir, you want the key? Sir, you want the key? Alright. Look, the key. No, use the third one to the left. The third one to the left is the one to open the door. If I say security guard and man come with gun to no, man. I'll give you the key. I'll probably call it po and let them handle it. I don't put my life in danger for. Are you mad, the boy? Anyways, let's continue.
There is an industrial action at the Dominica State Prison. Stay tuned. We are expecting the arrival of the union leader sometime this morning. He has not arrived as yet, but we're expecting his arrival. So, based on our inside sources, the prison officers are here for a number of reasons, which include that they need their uniforms, too much acting in vacant positions.
Because they don't want to pay them. So you act to hold the position, but they don't want to put you there, even though you most likely qualify for that position. It's something that they're doing across Dominica, especially when it comes to the teaching fields. That is a lot of what is happening in Dominica. A lot of people are fooling acting positions instead of holding these positions. So they don't pay you that money, or they might give you a little compensation for holding that position for a few things and then put you back in the position. So you act. When you act, then they might pay you or not, and then they put you back in your position. So these guys are checking. Enough with this, man.
They need their increments on time.
I thought the other day people were saying they're always getting their payments on time, but apparently some people don't seem to get their payments on time.
Auxiliary officers who need appointments. There is
It reminds me of teachers, man. Teachers. The amount of teachers that need appointments. True or false, guys? There are a lot of teachers that need appointments and they're not putting them on appointments. I think one of the reasons for doing that is because they believe that if teachers get appointed, then the teachers might feel like when there's a need to protest, they will protest without worrying about getting fired. But if you're not appointed, then they leave you there, so you pretty much have to close your mouth until they appoint you. Interesting.
Time. There are auxiliary officers who need appointments. There is an overburden with and limited staff.
I have to mute that, eh? Yes, sir. I have to mute that part.
And they're arguing that they're performing the role of security and still medical staff.
Kind of reminds me of the quarantine situation that is taking place, where the patients mark you, are the ones that performing the duties that the nurses and doctors should be doing. A number of you guys have pretty much stated the very same thing I've been thinking. I was like, what is the role of the nurses in the first place? If the nurses are saying that they need to get ward 8 to do certain things, and I'm asking myself, well, what is the role of the nurses in the first place? And then they're saying, yes, the nurses are the ones responsible of taking care of the people, providing medication. If they have to bathe people and take care of people. But apparently these nurses that they don't want to take care of nobody, now they're waiting for ward 8 to come in to do them things. Hey. Anyways.
There has been no trade allowance for trade officers, and they are tired of being sidelined.
Isn't that what is happening with the entire Dominica, guys? And the reason why I'm pointing out the entire Dominica, guys, because this is not in just one particular situation. This is happening everywhere. This is why everybody needs to come out together as a unit to then move forward. But one of the things that I was told during Eugenia Charles, the people were united back then and they were forced to be reckoned with. And Eugenia Charles, one of the things she did was to try to divide the people by setting them certain people who have their unions or separate the different people so everybody have their sect. So if something has to happen to that person, this other sect wouldn't have to worry about that person because they are worried about themselves. If you take care of that person, then they wouldn't really worry about anybody else. But we are reached a point where everybody's affected and everybody's divided. So everybody have to try to come up for their own self. Bus drivers coming up for themselves. Who else coming up for themselves? These people coming up for themselves. And have set up different sects that coming up for themselves, man. The people not united. So you won't expect much to happen as a result of this. I guess Thomas later going to come out, give a few words, and then, nothing's going to come through from this. We will have to see. Because when it was the bus drivers themselves had to come out in numbers and be blocking roads and doing things. Gas stations were coming out the other day there. By the way, guys, I must make mention of something. The gas station, Ruby's gas station, is still operating because we heard that the government reached out to them the day before they were supposed to close down to reach some sort of settlement or whatever with them. But I guess we'll see what that settlement. I'm still waiting for that information. This is why I haven't really brought out anything much in this regard. So yeah. Anyways, let's continue.
So these are some of the reasons that they have told us that they are here today. So stay tuned with Emo News as we bring you the insights of today's action.
I think this was yesterday, not today. The camera lady afraid to go by the prison. Guys, I tell you, I will not be a good prison officer here, I tell you straight. Or you don't pay me enough, or you trying to have me under duress and thing and have to be paying. No, sir. Them prisoners will escape under me, but. Prison break in Dominica.
For those of you just joining us, thank you for joining Emo News. We are live at the Dominica State Prison where there is an industrial action taking place by the prison officers.
Okay, so I think that there's another thing. I would like you guys to check out Emo News right there. She actually has a YouTube channel. This is Emo News right there. Emo News. So you guys can definitely check it out right there. They actually have this thing. I think this is where Thomas later was talking. Let me center this thing right there. Center your stop your door TVs. Stop your door TVs. Alright then. Anyways, let's listen to some of the things and you guys can actually check out the link. Check out that video. Industrial action by Dominica prison officers.
By prison officers. And before I really say anything, I want to make reference to a letter written to the Permanent Secretary.
Okay, let's continue.
That letter was outlining some issues affecting prison officers and requesting a meeting with the PS to discuss those matters.
So it seems like the PS is the one that is the main person for that. I never know the secretary is the one that responsible. Now the Prime Minister is supposed to come and meet with these people now.
Beside that letter, 21, and I want you all to 2021.
I'm just fast forwarding this thing because we yeah.
And Home Affairs. And I will, a very lengthy one, read the union's two unacknowledged correspondences dated September 14th, 2020 and October 7th, 2020. And to my subsequent face-to-face approach to you, where I indicated to you the level of disappointment and anger which existed among staff at the prison over the lack of interest being shown at the highest level with regard to their concerns. Subsequent to that, my secretary contacted you on my behalf to confirm a date for a joint meeting with the officers so that we would arrive at an amicable resolution.
Let me guess, no date was sent or no response was made
to the matter, thereby averting the need for any protest action. I have been waiting for you to call back. I was invited to another meeting with the officers yesterday, that is February 4th, 2021. Let me inform you that there is an increased level of anger and frustration among the staff.
So that was since February, mark you. Since February, guys. September almost finished. We're going into October. And up to now, this took place on the 28th of September 2021, guys. September 28th. Yesterday, this took place. February, they're writing. Aye, aye, aye. But all you government love all you, eh? Yeah, but all you government love all you plenty, boy.
Not look good. Like them, I am dissatisfied about the situation.
And guys, even when I think of the situation, I'm thinking about the airport that they're trying to build, spending how much millions of dollars to evacuate people, all kind of things. When this measure should be handled first, what do you think, guys? Do you think that the people, the society's plight should be handled first? I could be wrong. Let me know your thoughts in the comment box below.
In my letter of September 14, 2020,
again,
I outlined some
but
of the
2020. Why? 2020, that was last year, whole year after. Okay.
which needed to be addressed. In addition to this, there are other concerns which include non-appointment of staff, temporary and active, stoppage of certain medical benefits, issues with requisition of food supplies and the accompanying stress and frustration, unsuitable quarters that
I was just thinking of that day.
there is no separate quarters for male and female staff. Furniture has outlived their usefulness. Inadequate testing for COVID-19 of inmates coming to the institution is also of concern. I cannot overemphasize that to further delay the holding of the meeting would be irresponsible.
So you're still waiting for meeting to happen since September last year, 2020. Oh, right there.
And then I copied that letter to the Honorable Minister for the Public Service, the Honorable Minister for National Security and Home Affairs, Secretary to the Cabinet, the Chief Personnel Officer, the Superintendent of Prison, and to prison officers. And you are talking about February 5th, 2021. When
That was the only thing in that place that boy. Yeah, boy.
got to the attention of the authorities that a protest action was in fact going to take place.
They stepped in.
What happened was the PS and the Minister for National Security, on the day
Of the protest.
that protest should have started, they went ahead and met with the staff.
Didn't I just mention a while ago about what took place with Ruby's? When Ruby's was supposed to close down, they met before, the day before they were supposed to close down, and decided, hey, let's meet and talk and this kind of things. We still don't know what the arrangements is, but they decided they're going to talk with them and see what's going on. When I get that information, guys, but look it happening there. When protests was supposed to happen, they decided meeting with them. And up to today, nothing to happen. Kind of reminds me of the elections when you're talking about electoral reform. Yes, brothers and sisters, we'll have electoral reform. They kept having meetings upon meetings and meetings, guys. Every month they had other meetings until elections was close. If only you cannot see what is happening, hey, I didn't even listen to the rest of that. If you guys want to listen to the rest of that, guys, you can definitely check it out right there. Industrial action by the Dominica prison officers right there, guys. Let me give that a thumbs up. That is their stuff right there on Mo News right there on YouTube, guys. Check that vibes out, and of course, yeah. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment box below. And it's rather interesting what is taking place when we see the different sects in society complaining, constantly complaining, man. Gas station complaining, bus drivers complaining, prison officers complaining, teachers were complaining the other day, but I guess they are appointed, so they quiet. Nurses were complaining the other day. I mean, just name it. I'm even hearing that nurses in the facility, they do not want to be in the quarantine facilities. They don't want to be there. This is probably why, but not all. I'm not saying all of them don't want to be there, but majority of what I'm hearing, the nurses don't want to be there. But I guess they have to be there for them to get a little money or something. Anyways, guys, what are your thoughts? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below and give this video a thumbs up if you understand it. It's very interesting what is taking place. This has been going on for a number of years, guys. Number of years. I've it on BrBpTV, the different kind of protests that have been taking place. What is as a result of this protest? Nothing. They're just buying time. That's what they like to do. Buy time. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna do another video concerning the Hampstead region. Of course, I think Irma was the one who was pretty much talking to some individuals, and they were like, no, and people were saying that you cannot own rivers and stuff. We're gonna go into this in the next video, guys. I'm gonna be dropping 2 videos right there, so definitely stay tuned with that right there on this here channel, guys. So it'll come out later on, probably in 4 or 5 hours from now. You'll see the video. Anyways, guys, see you guys in the next reaction video.